Right, bike's sat upright again, I've moved it across. Just wanted to show there, if I can get it at the right angle, the wheel sitting smack in the middle at mudguard. So the alignment obviously went well. As you can see there, I've got some Amsoil. So I've got 3 transmission. There's 2 primaries left because I've just used one. There was 3. There's engine oil. There's a filter just there. So the other 2 transmission and primaries, I'm going to change that one, the switchback. I'm going to put Amsoil in that. I haven't got a service kit, engine service kit for it yet, but I am going to change the primary and the gearbox fluid, transmission fluid. Trike's out there, that's going to get serviced. So that's what the engine oil's for, and again transmission and primary. So yeah, when I've got some things to do to the switchback, so when I've let's get this training its camera back on its tripod. When I get sorted, I'll buy an engine service kit for it. Hold on, I can't see where I'm at. Oh, there. Small screen, I couldn't see properly. Right, I'm going to put some oil in this tranny anyways. So, when I undid the sump, the drain plug, sorry, I also loosened that off to allow air to go in, which helps it drain a bit quicker. Just get a rag, give that a wipe over. You know, it's the first one of them I've seen this year. Don't know if you can hear it on the camera. It's just gone back out the garage door. Big old fucking bumblebee. Having a nose to see what it can fucking nick. Right. So what I want now is a little funnel. Show you this one over here. It's big. Give it a wipe off. Now the inside of this funnel's been cleaned with a solvent cleaner. And I can't remember what the last stuff was I had in it anyways. But it's wiping out, it's coming out perfectly clean. Looking down it, there's nothing untoward. So what I'm going to try and do is tip now. It doesn't take the full quart in the gearbox. Where's the end of that at? So I'm just going to put a little bit in at a time. Just so it doesn't spill over the edge, because I'm fucking good at stuff like that. I just can't quite see properly whether that's... No. Keep an eye on how much I'm putting in. Because it's something like 700 and something millilitres. let that drain in, and then I'll check the level. Spill it everywhere. Just having a quick check that I haven't loosened any more of these fucking things off, because that was a pain in the arse when that started rattling, the loose one on the other side. Right, so it wants to be between the marks. Oh, what have I done with my fucking knowledge? Just give it a second ago. Oh, as usual, I've put a tool down and now it's disappeared. Unless that's it. Nope. That'll be the one. And wind it back out. Needs a little bit more in, but I also need, I got them on my head. No, I need to put my fucking goggles on. My glasses. It doesn't help, I don't know if that'll show up at all, but there's a discoloration to the chrome on that and it's fucking hard to see the oil level. Right, I'm just going to drop this jack down a touch. Right, let's just start to lean towards me. That's level. Right, I'm going to wind that back in because it's looking like it's level, but I'm going to run the motor up. Stick that up there, and then I can see where the level is on there. Right, I'll just knock it off a sec while I get my key. I'm back in a minute. Right, I'm just going to fire this thing up. I hope if I turned it on, dumbass. Another one before, it's on the fucking footboard. Right, I'll just give that a few seconds to settle down. Oh, yeah, I couldn't see the fucking thing for looking at it. I was resting on the footboard. Good job I've got multiple sets. Also, when you're checking your oil level, you don't screw it all the way in like I was. To get an accurate reading, you just put it in so it rests on the threads like that. Zoom in a bit actually. Yeah, the dip stick, just push it so it rests on the threads. That'll give you an accurate. I was screwing it right in to make sure there was oil in it. I know I'd just put it in, but you know what I mean. Right. Try not to drip on along over the fucking place this time. So basically, just by firing it up like that, it's just got the engine, the gearbox, oil everywhere in the gearbox basically. So, an accurate one, as I say, don't screw it in. And that is on the full. Well, to be truthful, it's just above the full. But once it all settles in and the air bubbles, because when your transmission starts, I'll see if I can get some going in at an angle here to get. You can see. Come on, fucking focus. It sort of froths it up slightly, for lack of a better term. So once all them dissipate out of it, the level drops. What I'll do is I'll just sit that on there. I'll knock you off. I'm just going to let this settle for 5 minutes, and then I'll bring you back and we'll test it again. And it should have just dropped slightly, so it should be just below, or just on the full, or just below it. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Well, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Right, it's been 5 minutes or so. While I was waiting for it to settle, I went and had a quick ratch in the manual, because I couldn't remember the exact figure of oil, and it's between 590ml, as in 590 millilitres, to 710 millilitres. Now the 710 millilitres is from dry, so like for instance when I rebuilt this thing, the transmission was, apart from the lube I put in, it was empty of oil. So that was 710 millilitres of oil probably went into it. But when you've just drained it, it's in between 590 and... But basically it's till you're on your full level, with the bike sat upright and level. So we'll dip this and see what we get. And it, as I say, when you're dipping your oil, I hope if I put it in right. When you're dipping your oil, just go to the threads. Ooh. Make sure you don't put rag in the fucking... Right. Right, and as you can see on there, oh dumbass, I've just tipped it upside down. It's actually, it was on the full mark, but then I tipped it upside down and it went above. But it has settled on the, basically right on the line. So that's the tranny done. And for now, that's pretty much it with this thing. I'm probably tomorrow, because I'm going to call it a day now, but probably tomorrow I'm going to service the trike and do basically the same as what I've done on this, transmission, primary, but I'm also going to change the engine oil on that. All for Amsoil stuff. And I don't know if I've already said, to be truthful, I'll have to watch back on the clips, but basically a little while back I changed the engine oil on this and put that Amsoil in it, and I was really seriously impressed with the fucking difference it made. The bike just runs so much fucking cooler, you know, you can feel the difference in your legs. You're not fucking burning your inner thighs off. And that's just under normal riding conditions, like how I normally ride. You know, it's not, I haven't been taking special thing, oh I've got new oil in so I have to ride it differently. I've just rode it the same. But the difference is, it's just fucking chalk and cheese. The engine sounds nicer, you know, it's like less, how can I put it, just less rattly sounding. It's maybe the wrong fucking word to use because it doesn't rattle, but you know what I mean. It's quieter in itself. It definitely is feels more responsive when you open it up. And somebody once, I think it was on one of the comments actually, I'd have to look back and see who it was. I think it might have been Mr. Capelletti. Fucking hell, I can never pronounce that wrong. Right, should I say? Capitelli, I think, or something like that. I'm sure he said that I'll notice a difference when on the video I did about changing the oil. One of the comments was, you'll definitely notice a difference. It makes them much more responsive, and it has. It surprised me. But no, I'm going to see how it goes with this primary and transmission as well, and I think I'm an Amsoil convert. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it. You know, if you're getting the fact that this thing's running cooler, and you can definitely feel the difference in the engine temperature, that alone is worth the extra you pay for the oil. Transmission and primary fluid, that's not that much more expensive than any other stuff. In fact, you can buy stuff that's more expensive that I know is fucking garbage. So yeah, see how it goes with this lot in. And also, where's the fucking empty bottle gone? I don't know, I'll just read it off a full one. Right, the primary fluid delivers consistent clutch feel, helps prevent slip. I didn't have an issue with slipping clutch anyways. Eases shifts in neutral. Now, sometimes, depending, this thing you can just pull up and click it into neutral straight away, no problem. And then other times, like, you know, you're fucking into first, into second, into first, into second. You just can't fucking get neutral every time. So that'll be an interesting one to see. And see, apparently it makes it quieter. You know, when you shift into first gear, for instance, these older twin cams, they're well known for crunch. Well, older Harleys, full stop, crunching into gear. So it'll be interesting to see. Engineered to provide consistent clutch performance for confident starts, helps prevent slip for smooth acceleration, limits drag to make finding neutral easy, protects the compensator bearing and other vital chain case components for long equipment life. Yeah, as I say, we'll see how it goes, and I will report back. We've got a run coming up. So basically that's why I'm servicing the Tricam, getting this thing all kitted up ready. So after the run, I'll report back as to how I've found this Amsoil, see if it's quietened. That was the primary I've just read. The transmission fluid, let's see what it says about that. Promotes quiet operation, enables smooth shifts. Oh, typical. I've picked one up with a fucking sticker over the back of it. Man, this one's got a sticker over the back of it as well. Let's see if I can peel it off. Custom engineered for quiet operation to eliminate transmission whine. Cool. Enables smooth shifts for crisp acceleration through each gear, delivers outstanding protection for long transmission life. So it will be interesting to see if it quietens the gearbox down. I mean, don't get us wrong, my gearbox, it's not noisy. When you go into, I think it's fourth, there's ever so slight whine in fourth, but it's done that from day dot, from when I've owned it. So it'd be interesting to see if this stuff quietens it down, stops the whine. Right, as I say, I'll knock you off. I will report back after the run and let you all know what I personally think of this stuff. Engine wise, I just cannot sing its fucking praises enough. It's fucking superb tackle. So judging by the engine oil, if you know, there's no reason why the transmission and the primary aren't as fucking good. The differences, I mean. So, but I will report back. So on the Electraglide, that's this sort of series of videos finished until I come back off the run. Tomorrow, as I say, I'm going to service the trike, so I'll video that and put it in the trike section. And if I'm clever enough, I can fucking con her into washing this while I service her trike. Fucking pigs might fly as well, like, but she's not that bad really. She does wash things. Right, I'll let you go, and as I say, I'll report back after the run. So, ride safe, catch you later. Right, as I mentioned at the beginning of the videos, this bike's now off the road until I get it all done up. All the paint done, get it all cleaned up properly, get all the bits of paint work on the frame and plates on the frame, etc., where there's rust starting to show through. I won't get rid of all that. But so as I'm still on the road, I bought another Electraglide 14 plate. It's got the there's going to be a couple of bits coming off. Like this is coming off, for instance. I don't like that type of thing. Don't get us wrong, I've nought against them, it's just not me. But this one's got all the built-in sat-nav and all that in it, with the liquid cooled heads, and it goes well. So that's my ride until that one's back up and sparkling again. Right, that's it for now. Catch you later.